So the crazy thing is that fear isn't just a feeling. Fear is a weapon meant to stop you from reaching your full potential, for reaching the person that God created you to be. And that is the crazy and scary thing about it. The good news is that we can use that fear for good. Let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Shanice. I am your internet healing bestie, here to teach y'all things self-love, self-growth, mindset change, and healing overall, rooted in faith. If that is something that you're into, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and leave a like and comment down below answering the question, do you know who God created you to be? If you do, go ahead and comment down below. If you don't, we're going to get one step closer figuring it out today in this video. Oh, wow. Is it recording now? Wow, it's so crazy that I am doing a video on how disruption always is going to follow intention. And I'm trying to be super intentional about filming. And I just spoke for a whole 5 minutes, felt it in my soul, and it wasn't recording. Wow, that's crazy. Perseverance, perseverance, perseverance. A real life example right there. But let's get into, gosh, I'm about to cry. Calm down. Let's talk about the truth about fear and doubt. Fear and doubt is never going to be random. It is always going to be strategically planned from the enemy. The enemy knows that fear, doubt, anxiety, worry, anything that is going to pull you away from where you're trying to go, where you know God is calling you to go, is ultimately a tool for distractions, for delays, and really for destroying the potential that God has placed in you, that the enemy knows God has placed in you. If the enemy is fighting you this hard, whatever it may be, if the enemy is fighting you this hard, it is because he sees something in you that you don't see in yourself yet, and he is just praying, because he prays too to whoever. He's just praying that you do not notice the potential that God has placed in you. Okay, so it's not random. The emotions of fear, doubt, the emotions of I can't do this, or why is everything happening to me, or blah 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 blah, it's not random. It's strategically placed. And just like how my video stopped recording and my mic was not working or whatever, my phone, the screen was black on the camera, it is because disruption is always going to follow intention. Think about it. Every time you're about to grow, every time you're about to step up, every time you're about to step into who into like a higher position of yourself, whether that's career, whether that's mental, physical, spiritual, whatever it is, something always happens. Every single time you are trying to move with intention. Now, let's say you're starting a diet, and then suddenly you get an email from this cookie place that you haven't even been getting emails from them or whatever, but they're like, oh, you have a coupon for 50% off such and such amount of cookies or whatever. But you just made up in your mind that you're trying to be intentional about losing weight, or even just becoming healthy in general. That is not random. That is strategically placed. You're trying to start a business. You start a business, you go to look for your LLC. Somebody has your name already with the LLC, the name of the business that you want to do. That is not random. That is strategically there. There's so many things, like my camera just randomly shutting off. It's not random. It's strategically there because the enemy knows that I have had a lot of doubt and a lot of fear over filming videos and being perceived by the public or whatever. But God knows. God knows that people need to see me. People need to hear my voice. People need to hear what I have to say, because I could be helping them. And deep down, I know, deep down, you know what the enemy is trying to keep you from. And perseverance is the only way you're going to push past that feeling of fear and doubt. Okay, removing your emotions is another way that you're going to push past that feeling of fear and doubt. Let's get on to the next point. The second point is, why does the enemy attack people with purpose? And the answer is super simple. The enemy is not wasting his time fighting someone who is not a threat. I'm going to repeat it again. The enemy is not wasting his time fighting someone who is not a threat. And that means that you are a threat. I don't know about you, but I am happy to be a threat. Yeah, the opposition is really hard, but one thing about opposition is it's often confirmation that there is something powerful in you. Let me say that again. Opposition is often confirmation that there is something powerful in you. Point number 3 is I want you to recognize, and this is what has been helping me lately, is recognizing that the real battle is spiritual. It's not just emotional. That's something really hard to believe. You're like, I gotta push my emotions to the side. Yes, you do, but you also have to know that the battle is super spiritual and you need to lean on God during the opposition. Fear is meant to silence you, doubt is meant to delay you, and anxiety is meant to distract you. So it's not just about your feelings, it is about your future. And all of these negative emotions that are strategically coming up from the enemy is meant to pull you away from your future and ultimately keep you in the past, keep you repeating the cycle of a generational curse. But you can break the curse because you know how to identify the source and you can fight back differently. You can fight back with what you know is true. Okay, that leads me to number 4. How are you going to fight back with the truth? Honestly, Bestie, easier said than done, but it can be done. So here is how you're going to fight back and fix the generational curse. Number 1 to fighting back is renewing your mind daily. Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Once you are able to push through and let the truth of God, what God says about you, that you are wonderfully made, that you are forgiven, that you are beautiful, that you can do anything with his strength and stuff, then you are able to speak that louder than the enemy's lies. Like I said, the enemy sees something in you that you don't see in yourself yet, and you just need to open your eyes and tell your mind that you do see it, even if you don't see it yet, because we don't always see the fruits right away. But just know that it is there, or else you would not be getting attacked, or else there would be no fear or doubt in your mind, or else you would just be content staying stuck. And you are not content staying stuck, Bestie. We are not content with the life that we are living. We are no longer settling. So I need you to renew your mind daily. Number 2 is praying over your identity. Now, I will probably put a prayer in the comments for you about identity, but praying over your identity, about who you are and whose you are, okay, and what God's given purpose is for you, is a powerful thing. Number 3, and this is one that I am currently on right now, is move anyways. Okay, it takes courage. It takes courage to move anyways. But like I said, we don't know what the full picture looks like. But what we can do is move anyways. There's this saying that says, if you are in a waiting season, do what waiters do and serve. Okay, so continue to produce, continue to persevere with courage and the strength that you have been given. There's another quote that I just pulled up about courage, and it says, courage isn't the absence of fear, it's obedience in spite of it. Okay, so while the fear may still be there, you do have the courage to put that fear kind of to the back of your head and be like, I'm going to move anyways. And then you will start to see the fruits of your labor before you know it. It starts small. The beginnings are humble. Once you start to move, you start to realize it's not as bad as you think it is. And the enemy doesn't want you to get to that spot where you're like, oh, this is actually easy, this is actually fun, I can actually do that. The enemy wants you to stay in your head, but we need to push past that, even when we have the emotions of fear, doubt, and anxiety. Number 4, number 5, I don't know, but stay connected to the body, stay connected to community. Once again, if you are not a faith-based person or whatever, that is ultimately okay. Still stay connected to the people who speak life into you. Stay connected to the people and believe the things that they say about you. The people who see the light in you, the people who see that creative side of you or whatever, who are just ultimately, just speaking good to you. They're like, oh, you can do this. How come you're not a model? You're so beautiful, or whatever. You can become an author. They're just speaking life into you because they see something in you that you don't see. So stay connected to community. Stay connected to those people who speak life into you. And hopefully soon you'll be able to see what they see. And I'm talking about myself. Hopefully soon I'll be able to see what they say too. Another quote that I have here in my notes about this video is the enemy's greatest fear is you believing what God says about you. That's why he fights your mind, because that's where your transformation starts. So I want to leave you with this, and it is that if you're under attack right now, it is not a sign that you're a weak bestie. It is a sign that you are dangerous, that you are a threat. Okay, you clock it. You are a threat, bestie, and he is terrified about what's inside of you. Amen. And the church said, go ahead and put down below if this has resonated with you, okay? Go ahead and put down below if you believe that you are a threat to the enemy and you are done believing in your emotions of the fear, the doubt, the anxiety, that you're going to push through with courage. And that does not mean that the fear, the doubt, and the anxiety is not there, but it means that you're going to push through, that you're going to move anyways in spite of it. Because on the other side of that door is the life that you want, is your God-given purpose. Once again, I am coming to you from experience. I am not coming to you with some educational book or whatever, with 4 or 5 degrees, with even a degree to begin with. But I believe we have a connection here, because I can come to you with experience. I hope this video has helped. If it has, go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and like, and go ahead and comment down below. I'm happy to be a threat to the enemy. And come back next week. Let's sit down, let's have another talk. If you have any ideas that you would like me to talk about when it comes to healing, self-love, self-growth, mindset change, whatever it is, go ahead and put it in the comments down below. I love you, and yeah.